Professional Darts Corporation, for your entertainment, proudly present the grand final of the BetVictor World Matchplay. Coming to you live here on Sky Sports HD. It's time to meet the boys from Stoke-on-Trent. Firstly, would you please welcome the newly crowned European champion, back-to-back, two-time champion of the world, time to meet the legend. He is the reigning and defending World Matchplay champion and the record-breaking, history-making, 16 times the champion of the world. It's Phil, the power.
One of the best atmospheres we've had at the Matchplay, Wayne.
There's always something special about a Matchplay final. The Phil Taylor music kind of gets the crowd going as well. They know they're in for a great night of entertainment. As I said earlier, it's all about Adrian Lewis. If they can go out there and play his A game, he's either going to win it or give Phil a hell of a fright.
Phil's record here is simply phenomenal, though, isn't it?
It is incredible, his record in every tournament, to be quite honest. And he's a tough cookie to beat, especially in a final. I mean, the averages, if you go by the stats, then Phil's consistency should see him through. But you've got the raw talent of Adrian Lewis, like with Anderson and like with Van Gerwen, they can turn up and do anything.
Can you read much into the body language, Wayne?
Not right now, no, but I did like the fact that Adrian Lewis pointed out his son on the way down. It means he's relaxed and got the family there. It's great to have family in your camp. It's good settler already.
You've both been in Matchplay finals. What's the pressure like and the build-up to it?
Well, it's funny because you just get up there, you've been playing all week, and so you've been playing brilliantly all week, so you come into the final really confident. And both of these will be up there thinking that they're going to win it, there's no question. And I think Lewis, the way he's been playing this week, the last couple of months, I think he really is going to give Phil a game.
20 years of the Matchplay. John Gwynn is commentating for the last time for Sky Sports. Has decided to hang up the microphone. As far as darts goes anyway, he's been a great servant, hasn't he? A top man.
But he's a commentating genius. Along with Sid Waddell, one of the voice of darts, and never be forgotten, John. And I shall still see him knocking around racetracks somewhere, no doubt.
You'll hear him, that's for sure.
Yeah, lovely old fella, John. Known him for a long, long time when I was playing, and always been a gentleman of the game and a true ambassador, and loves the game of darts.
We wish you well, John Gwynn. What a match to go out on. Phil Taylor against Adrian Lewis. You're going to commentary to bring it home with John Gwynn later on, but kicking off the commentary, John Part and Rod Studd.
Thanks, Dave. A good evening from the Southland, John. 20 years of the match play, as you said. So many memories, but many of them the abiding ones. As Lewis hits the first maximum this match are of Phil Taylor triumphs. The 9-darter in 2002 and the 13 titles. And Lewis will have to join a very exclusive club. Only 7 men in 2 decades of darting dominance have beaten Phil Taylor
91
in a major TV final, and I had the pleasure of sitting next to one of them, John. It's a tough club to join.
Thank you, Rod. Yeah, it's going to be a really hard job for Adrian to take this title.
130.
Phil does not like to lose finals, and he's proven that over the years. He wants to open this final, the 130 out, perhaps. Could be treble 18. No, so 12 or 20.
98.
Adrian well back. Did get fired up hitting that 180 though. He was very far behind. And he's got his scoring going, which is a good sign for Adrian.
32.
Double 16 then for the first leg of this final, where 18 are required, and Phil Taylor's won the opener in a mere 13 darts. An opening salvo that warns Adrian Lewis he will have to play his A game if he's to win.
85.
Well, certainly Adrian has proven himself to be resilient. He withstood, I'd say, 3 matches to get to the semis where his pace was challenged. He could never really get comfortable, but he still managed to throw the darts he needed in every
96.
case. And that's what impressed me the most this week about him, not even beating MVG. I think that pace suits him, and I think that we saw his real darts there.
140.
And sure, he was classy, and it was a great win, but I think just getting there was more class.
He really had to knuckle down in the quarterfinals to outlast Andy Hamilton 1917. Before that, Brendan Dolan was beaten 13-5 and Ronnie
100.
Hybrex 10-5 in the first round.
Phil looking to string 3 in here that will leave him a finish. Try and challenge. Won't be able to do that now.
83.
And Adrian not on a finish, but 140 would certainly take care of that problem. Single 20.
140.
Really professional visit from Adrian Lewis. To leave tops after a dozen darts. Taylor won the first leg, remember, in 13. Lewis in with every chance of following suit.
Oh, a little something to think about for Adrian. It's double top. And he gave that no thought. He said, forget it, Phil. Not this time.
Terrific start. Exactly what we'd hoped for. Both players on song early on in the piece. Back-to-back 13 darters.
99.
Taylor has destroyed many of his opponents in the 13 finals before. You took him closer than anybody, John. You got to 16.
140.
It's just tough to stay with him, and you did that. You just couldn't quite reel him in.
Yeah. Well, I actually had him. Had him down 16-15, and he had a 160 out that kind of broke my back, I guess. But certainly was proud to be in that final.
174.
And in the final I had with Colin Lloyd. He was terrific too.
96.
13 World Match Play titles for Phil Taylor, and his win-loss ratio on this stage: 81 wins, 6 losses. And this is brilliant.
140.
A great first start from Adrian. Wants another treble. Wow, that leaves 135. And that's nice to look at if he ever gets a chance. Phil will have another idea. Wants treble 20. Should go 18 for bull or treble. It's one dart for bull for 2-1. And dead center. Absolutely no ifs about that bull.
Dozen darts. Best leg of the match, 13, 13, 12. We'll talk about the possibility of another 9-darter tonight. The sponsors offering 12-1 against a 9-dart finish in this final. And the way the two protagonists have kicked off.
57.
Certainly scoring one enough, John.
Well, the ingredients are there for sure, and we know that. There's like a handful of guys now that you expect that it wouldn't be an oddity if they hit one. But the numbers and the stats will disagree with that. Those averages,
81.
very healthy. I say only 3 legs, but still. That is a pace that they'll both be looking to maintain.
59.
They'll be, if they're having a glance at the side screens and we see their averages, which, that does happen. You can't happen to look at it. Then they'll be thinking, well, I want to keep it going longer. Who's going to be the first guy to crack?
136. Adrian Youngquan, 167.
They may have a little glance when they're playing well. You look away from that screen when you're playing badly. These two are not playing
80.
badly. Well, Taylor here, bringing these two big trebles to put a bit of pressure on that 87 of Adrian Lewis. He'll stay there, even though it's not perfect. Now he'll switch.
99. Adrian Youngquan, 87.
That's treble 17. 20 for bull. Well, it's double 5. And it's in. Solid, no mistake.
Adrian Lewis.
Good to see that there have been no opening nerves here at all.
John, it's been outstanding so far, hasn't it? Neither player has missed a dart at double. They're both averaging 110 plus. And Lewis just dipped to 109, but
140.
why quibble about half a point or so? It's an absolutely breathtaking start, exactly what we'd hoped for.
140.
Yeah, Adrian was hoping for the 180. Keeping pace might not be any good in a match with finishing this good that's at this level so far. It really looks like as if the only breaks will come if on a big outshot like a 161 or something.
140.
They are relentless on the scoring, both of them, on their own throw especially.
Well, when the guy with the darts is going out in a dozen or fewer, it's difficult to break, John, isn't it? Half a slip.
54.
Well, here is a chance. He's making the most of it, Lewis, sitting up and begging for more trebles.
140.
Yeah, that puts the pressure on the Phil now. Kind of, he has to take out this 127 to hold his throw. So this is the most pressure he's been under so far. Needs the 20s first. Yes, a perfect dart. Treble 17. Leaves him the bull to save his leg. Only a 25, so a big chance for Adrian.
81.
He should get at least a shot at the bull. He's going to get more than that. 2 at double 12. Rotten bed, double 7 now. Well, Lewis thought it was in double 12. It's not. Reload and fire. Oh, what a dart. What a magnificent dart from Adrian Lewis. He's broken the Phil Taylor throw in the 5th leg of this match. It's been a sensational start, a blistering start to this World Matchplay final. And the underdog Lewis is in front. He leads the power 3-2.